Welcome back, David. Great to have you on once again. And as always, everyone is curious to what you'll bring to the table today.
Okay, today we'll go through some things about the invention of modern religions. We've all seen, the invention of Christianity. Yes, and everybody knows there's too much there, too much evidence because so many people have had a look at it. We all know about the invention of Judaism. Yes, because too many people have questioned it, they've investigated it. Yes, and I've even written about it, the invention of modern Judaism. It's a recent religion. But many people they've not had a look at something else, the invention of modern Islam. This is
Oh,
this is something that nobody is having a look at.
I
You
see.
see, my dear me, today I have information from Arabia, and I would like to show the world of the invention of modern Islam. Yes, there is something called the original Islam, but in the Middle East today, we have something called the modern Islam. Do you know anything about the modern Islam, Raphael?
Well, all I have learned is that many of the modern books, such as the Hadith, have been forged, as you've shown before. And of course, lots of modern Islam is based on these very recent books. That's as much as I know.
Yes. Now, as we have seen from evidence that I presented and other researchers, we can't seem to find the existence of a man named the Prophet Mohammed in Arabia in the 6th century. Doesn't exist. We can't find this history. Yes. Now, because we can't find it, there's of course going to be crazy people. I call them crazy because these people are contributing to future conflicts. Like Danny Gibson and Sam Garans. Yes, are saying that maybe the Prophet Muhammad of Arabia did not live in Arabia but lived near Israel in the River Jordan
Mm-hmm.
area.
All right.
Yes, we all know this story. Yes, yes, you must know this story, Raphael. Yes,
Well, I'm not
about
I'm not so well versed in this, but of course, it's important, where
oh,
people think
the
these things
Danny
happen.
Gibson, Danny Gibson, him saying that Prophet Muhammad, him live near where we call Jordan today and what is called the Israel today. Yes,
I'm not sure if I
you know
actually know
this
about this.
story.
Dan Gibson, is this like an actor or something or a scholar? I'm honestly not sure. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
he is an actor, definitely an actor. Him think him is a scholar. him him is no scholar. I can tell you this. Yes, from the Middle East, we can see that this is just garbage that him is saying. Okay, let's forget him, and we will have a look at this. Now, this will show you the forgery and the lies that they are telling about these religions called Christianity and Jesus Christos and the Middle East and Judaism and the Middle East and this Prophet Muhammad and Islam in the Middle East. Now, let's have a look. Okay,
All
okay.
right.
This is me. I am the Sheikh from Arabia, Sheikh David, and I speak to you all today. And we will have a look and examine the history of the Middle East. Okay. Now here we see these are the Jews of India. Of India. This is called Hindustan. Yes, you know where is the Hindustan, India.
I've heard about it.
India. Everybody knows where is India. Taj Mahal. You don't know the Taj Mahal?
Oh, I do. I've been to India,
Ah, this
but
is
not to the
good.
Taj Mahal.
No, not to the Taj Mahal. You don't know what you're missing is very big. Yes, people like to go there. So you see these people, they tell you that these are Jewish people, yes, from India. Yes, and they tell you that they come from the Middle East, and they say they are originally the people of Israel, but today they are Indians. Tell me, how many legs you have, Raphael? Two or three?
Just two?
Are you sure? In the Middle East, some people think they have three legs. So now they tell you these are Jewish people. Them look Jewish to you?
No.
Them coming to Palestine and them saying this is the land of these people. You really believe this?
Hmm.
Okay, now we will show you the invention of the religion, and then you see that religion is nothing but Bullstein. In Germany, everybody knows what is the Bullstein. Yes, and this is what is happening in the Middle East, in Gaza, and in Israel and Palestine. You know, them coming and them saying them is Jewish. Them look like to you is original desert people from the Middle East.
No, no.
If them is Middle East people, then me, I am German people. I am not Sheikh David. Yes, Sheikh David from Arabia. You see. So now I'm telling you, yes, you can see what is India. Oh, let me tell you more. I will show you the real Jews here. Yes, they are celebrating Hanukkah here in India, my dear. And as you can see, there is people there, white people next to the Indian people. Oh no, no,
Hmm.
no! This is not Indian people. They are Israel people. They are genuine Jewish. You think Sheikh David is lying? Them coming to Gaza, to Palestine, saying get out to the Arabs, to the local people. Them telling me I must go, and then I have
Yeah.
nowhere to go. So I coming to you to Europe. I coming to you to America. If
Yeah.
you don't want me to come, don't support America, don't support British, don't support the French, and don't support Israel. And they killing my house, killing my family, and then I'm coming with thousands of people. I'm coming from the Middle East with many, many people. I'm coming as the Sheikh. Or can I bring a camel to Europe, or I cannot bring
A
camel?
camel and a goat and a tent. You will need it.
I
You will
cannot
need it
bring it.
here. You will need it.
Or maybe I will need it. Yes, because I have my many, many wives. Okay, so this is what is going on. So now they tell us this, and them think me stupid. You think me stupid? Maybe you think I'm stupid. Yes? In the Middle East, we are not stupid, you know. Yes. Okay, now I will show you something, and then you can decide. Yes. So now in India there is not Arabians, there is Muslims. You know, in India there is Muslim people, or you don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Them coming to Saudi Arabia to Hajj in the Mecca, all these Indian people. Here is Indian Muslims. You see them?
Yes, there's many Indian
Oh, sorry,
Muslims.
sorry, sorry. Who said they're Muslim? Maybe they're Christian, or maybe they're
Well,
Jewish. How do you know?
right, just from the picture, I can't be sure. That's true.
They look the same, like the Indian Jews. Okay, these are the Indian Muslims. Why them looking the same? Them looking like cousins, same family. You see?
Hmm. Hmm.
Ah, why they looking the same? Because there is the same people, and these religions are new. You
Oh.
see? Ah, yes. Same family, same cousin, but now they killing each other. Them very stupid.
Hmm.
You see? This what happened when religion come and people become like this. Okay, now I will send you picture. You must tell me, yes, because you've been to India, you must tell me, yes, I'm from the Middle East. I am not the Indian. But I have India friends. Now you tell me, you look this picture, which one is these people? Them is Christian, them is Muslim, or them is Jewish?
Would be impossible for me to say just from looking at this.
How you cannot know? Maybe if they're Jewish, you should know from
Well, the
genetic.
way, well, yeah, I should know from genetics. That's a good idea. Just the way they are dressed, they would either look like quote unquote Hindu or Muslim. But this is,
Them is Christian. How can you say them is a Hindu or Muslim? Them is Christian.
well,
Don't you
that
know?
was just my
Ah,
preconception
they
in
don't
terms
like
of
you
how they are
now. You go
dressed.
to India, there is problem for you, Rafael.
Yeah.
If you go to their country, they will not like you now.
Yeah, that's
So
okay.
you see, there is the big forgery, and that is not normal Christian. They're telling you that these people originally come from Syria thousands of years ago.
Hmm.
One day, them coming to Middle East, and they tell the Syrian people to get out, or they tell the Palestinian get out now. Them coming from Europe, they coming. They already come. They do this. more coming. Don't
Mm-hmm.
worry. When they come from Europe, I come, me, Sheikh Abdullah David, and all my people, we coming with the camels, we coming to Europe, and we coming to America. We coming to Paris, we coming to London, we coming to Berlin. We come live in your house. Is okay. You and me come. I have my 10 wives.
I see where this is going, especially because, of course, with India, it's very convenient because India has a pretty high population growth, no? So it's a good country
Okay.
for
Okay.
exporting,
Okay.
right?
Now the thing is, okay, now I'm going to get to it. How can this be possible? That they're claiming those are Jewish, those are Muslim, and those are Christian. Now, now it's because people have started to become dumb. I'm being serious to you. They've started to become dumb in Europe and America. They've just become dumb and dumber, dumb and dumber. Duh. I will show you how dumb they have become. Yes, this should show you an idea of how stupid and dumb the people have become throughout Europe when they're studying history and religion. It's almost like people have been brainwashed so much by the media and by the schools and everything so that people can no longer think with a brain.
Well,
Oh, do
that
you
is
know
definitely
something? Yeah.
true. That's
Oh,
what
oh,
school
you
is
know
for.
what? Yes, when I have problems with my girlfriend, yeah, once I took her to the doctor, yeah, she grew overweight, so I took her to the doctor and I said, please don't try to look for her brain. It's already in her stomach. That's because she put on a bit too much weight and she was having problems. Yes, so now in Europe, I think people should go to, and in America, they should go to see if they can find their brain. This is really something, because when we look at India, what we will say is it's impossible. That's not a Jewish person. He's Indian. Many people will blatantly clearly say, and then they'll say he's not an Arab, he's not Middle Eastern. You
Hmm.
understand? They're going to say he's Indian. It's clear. We're not stupid. Yes, and then somebody else will turn and say, he's Indian. He's definitely not. He's definitely not. What do you call it? Yes, what do you call it? A Middle Eastern Arab. Yes, even if he's Muslim. So now what we've got in the Middle East right now, we've got people who are saying we're Jews and we're Muslims and our religion's ancient. If it's ancient, why do all these people? You can see the clear genetic differences. Yeah, it's because the thing is, you can see that the Indians actually look Indian. Yes,
Right.
whether they're Christian, Muslim, if they haven't
Yes.
mixed with anybody,
Yes. Yes.
that we can actually clearly see this, and you don't really need a brain to figure that out. Okay, now, so Sheikh David, I'm from the Middle East, and I would like to say to you, why are you coming from Europe and America, and you are saying that you are Middle Eastern people? Here is picture. This is Europe people, American people, American, European. Yes. Now I want you to look at this picture and use your brain. Yes. If you have the brain, then I want you to think and tell me which one is Jewish, which one is the Christian man there, and which one is the Muslim man there. Which one? Can you
It's
tell me which one?
impossible. It's impossible to say
Why is it impossible?
because they give no cues with how they're dressed or something like this.
Them look like desert people to you.
Yeah,
Them coming to Israel. Israel
no,
is Palestine. It
no.
is the desert. Them coming there in the desert. Russian Jews, they are all coming. And they are saying, we are the desert Arabian Jewish people. And then telling the people of Gaza, go out, go to Europe, refugees, more of them coming to Amsterdam, more coming to London, Birmingham, New York, Los Angeles. Oh,
Hmm.
soon there will be then everywhere, every house, 10 children, then coming. Is this what people want? Support the wars that the Americans are doing. You can't say that this war now that's happening in Gaza is actually Israel itself. Many of the soldiers are actually, Americans or dual passport
Right.
holders, or who knows what's going on. Yeah. Now the thing is, how do we know this is not an Israeli war? Yes, that's going on in Gaza. They're bombing Yemen. Who's bombing Yemen? The Americans and the British. You see?
Hmm.
Yes, the Americans and the British are carrying out operations in Iraq and Syria. Yes, and other things that is connected to Gaza. It's because it's a war that's run by other people. Now, Austria, them fighting Afghanistan in the war. You remember Afghan war? Austria. Let me see. This is no good. Let's see. Austria. Let me see. You coming with
When would this
NATO?
be? When?
When you come to Afghanistan in the September 11 war,
I'm
I
not
think
sure.
you don't remember.
Yes, but I'm not sure if Austria was officially militarily participating. They usually
Your
just like to
country, you
send
kill
some
babies,
medics.
you kill people. You coming to Afghanistan, you destroy house with the Americans. Now the Afghanistan coming to live in Austria and Germany.
Yeah, I just want to say
Why you break the house?
I don't think the Austrian army officially was involved in combat operations, but what Austria usually
Oh,
No, no, no.
I
Let me
said
just
this.
finish.
I
Let me
said
just finish.
you
I'm
see
not
this.
I'm not
Your
talking
people,
about
Austria.
Yeah, yes, I know. I'm not talking about the fact that there still can be Austrians there, and usually
No,
Austria
them
officially
officially fighting.
No, just let me point
Them
something
coming.
else out because Austria officially then usually likes to send medics and stuff like this,
Not
as if
medics, they
yes,
supplying
yes, yes,
bullets.
yes, yes, yes. Let
Them
me just
supplying
finish.
armory.
Let me just
Armory
finish.
to killing people. Them
Even if
killing
they
people.
just
Murder, murder.
were supporting through by providing medical things in the overall calculation, this would still be supporting a combat force. So I don't think it makes
Don't
such a big
worry, don't
difference.
worry.
And
Million Afghanistan now coming to Europe
yes,
live.
I just
More
want to
coming,
finish
more coming.
one more point, which is that also Austria has officially supported the Golan Heights UN mission, whereas of course I think recently then Trump said,
You
"Oh,
call the
now
UN is the UN? Well, what sort of joke is this? Yes, them playing games. You read my book. Yes, Israel or Palestine. You read that book, and then this is just another joke. Yes, United bottoms or United tops or United toilets. I don't know what this is. Them playing games. Yes, you're united. Everything you're united together with the United States. Everybody knows this garbage is nothing. Yes, them killing babies. What the United Nations do? Nothing. Them helping nobody. They can't do anything. Them playing game. Them say we come for peace. How many days is this peace? Them come with the guns. Also, them selling drugs. United Nations. Everybody knows what they do. You read my book, you see the United joke. Yes, don't worry. All the people from Gaza, them coming million people, have 10 children, them coming to live in Europe and America. You break my house, I come to live in your house.
yeah, kind of makes sense."
Yes, that's what's going on. So that's why everybody's got to stop these wars. They've actually got to stop them. You know what? Wait till the Americans start their bogus war with Iran and all this crap. Yeah. Do you know what's going to happen? That's it. They're going to say it's world war, blah blah blah. Israel's getting attacked. Oh, they're going to attack Europe soon. No, you're just going to be helping all of them come and take over Europe and America. That's what's going to happen. Yes, this is not genuine refugees. This is refugees that we're creating.
Right.
Yes, yeah. And then if you look at this picture very carefully again, then what you will notice is that you don't know. There is no evidence that any of these people are Jewish, Muslim, or Christian. So when were these religions officially invented? What was the original form of these religions? We do know that Islam has been here for centuries. We can find the history. Flamenco has shown it, and I've shown it in my books. But modern Islam, when was that invented? Because as I've shown, that nobody in the Middle East speaks Arabic even today. Even in Saudi Arabia, Sheikh David to know speak Arabic.
Well, without
You
knowing
you
anything
you see me,
exact,
I speak English
you
very good.
you just showed the more recent Quran translations, and from that it looks as if it could even have been created in the late 19th century or something like this. It's not
This
perfectly clear
modern
to me
Islam.
yet. Yes, yes.
You're getting very clever. Don't come to the Middle East or all the sheikhs. Them no like you. Them say send him to Israel. Him speak too much. I lose money because You know, all the sheikhs, we get money, people pay me money, them think me is big priest, them think me know the secrets of the hadith and these history books.
Yes.
You no talk, you talk too much, mister. Yeah, we don't like you. Don't come here to the Middle East. You make too many problems. My business, you know, I put it in the stock market in New
Okay,
York. Yeah,
maybe it's bad for your business, but maybe your family then can keep their house, you know.
it's not the house. We have millions in the stock market. George Bush, and who is the new man in the White House? This actor Bidon, him is not really there. He was an actor. And Donald Trump, him no like you after him say, Sheikh David, him have millions, him making millions from brainwashing all the people to follow this modern crazy Islam and things like this. Yes, you can see how they lie. Well, how me lie? Me and my people, we telling lies because we want to make the money. You see, you can find it in my book, Jerusalem is in Europe. The Bible has stories of the Prophet Muhammad, which doesn't make sense. This is in my book over there. It doesn't make sense. What is the Bible doing with the stories of the Prophet Muhammad? I
Hmm.
went through that with you before,
Yes.
but this is very important. You'll say, why am I repeating this? It's because if it's got the stories of the Prophet Muhammad, then do you know what that means? It means the Bible was written after the Prophet Muhammad.
Yes.
Yes, is that all you're going to tell me?
Yeah.
You mean if this is all you say, Sheikh David is very lucky. I am the Sheikh of Saudi Arabia, and I having many camels. Not camels now. I'm having the Ferraris
Right, it's a new type
and
of
the Rolls
camel.
Royce. This Rolls Royce I have, you don't know, is very good in the desert. Yes, you see. So what I'm trying to say, it's not a joke. Yes, yeah. The thing is, this is not a joke. We are quoting things from Isaiah, Hosea. Like this is in my book. Jerusalem is in Europe. What the hell is going on? When were these religions invented? This is in the Bible, in the book of Hosea. And what it says here is that it turned around and says, what do you call it? Ephraim is the children of Israel, and it's struck down, and their roots is dried up. They shall have no fruit. Even if they can, I will kill all the Mohammedans in their womb, in their wombs. Oh, what have they translated the word Mohammed here?
Here they translate it as darlings.
Last time it was some of the garbage they used, yeah. So it's saying we're going to kill all these what do you call it, people in their wombs. It sounds like it's something racist saying kill all these Mohammeds,
Yeah.
man. There's more of these Mohammeds coming. Just kill them while they're in their wombs. Now this is in the Bible. What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? Yes. So when we look at things like this, it means the Bible was written after the Muslims existed, after this man that the Muslims are calling the Prophet Muhammad.
Yes.
You see, and we can follow Christianity in Europe, and we'll think we know what's going on, or Jesus was here before. But how can this book be old? And they're telling us the Bible is old, and it's clearly telling us what do you call it? These stories of Muhammad. Yeah, wait, let's just go to Hosea chapter 9. More of these things. This is totally suspicious. Look at this here. Here it says that the people are gone because of destruction. Let's say the people of Gaza. Egypt's going to gather them together, and Memphis will bury these Mohammedans for their money and their silver. Now, what have they translated the word Mohammedan here as?
Valuables.
So they're trying to say he's trying to say, I'm going to bury or kill these valuables for their money. Does that make sense to you?
No, it makes no sense at
Or,
all.
or should it be, I'm going to kill these Mohammedans for their money and silver?
Yeah. Hmm.
It seemed like saying, I'm going to kill all these Palestinians for their money and silver, but they've translated it as, I'm going to kill all these valuables for their money and silver. Does that make sense to you?
No.
Oh, people still believe it, and they're still going to say, "Oh, Sheikh David, you're wrong." Oh, I'm Sheikh David. I don't want you to know all these things. Or then you is not coming to me as the Sheikh, and you is not giving me your money. I want your money. You see? Yes. So as we can see, there is something seriously wrong. When did they invent this modern Islam? What was original Islam? We can clearly see here that Muhammad's mentioned in the Bible, and the Mohammedans. These all these people who were Muslims are mentioned in the Bible, and they're actually called there. What are they called there? Yes, what are they called there? They're actually called the children of Ephraim or Ephraim, and Ephraim is known as what do you call it? The children of Israel. Now this is something that's seriously worrying that we're going to have a look at. Now everybody knows in Serbia, yes, what do you call it? There's a group of people called Jutniks, yes, that fought during the wars, and the name became famous in the 19th century. People pronounce it in different ways. In English, they'll say Chetnik. Have you heard of this word, Jutnik?
Maybe once, but I wouldn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, they say it was a Serbian military forces. Comes from the word Jata. Yes, that they were like a military troop.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it? Yeah,
Yes.
Cheta in English, Jata. Yes. Now the thing is, notice that this is to do with the military troops or something, and the word is exactly the same as Judah. Notice this. Yes, this is very important. Yes, because we talking about Sheikh David before, but now, didi me, we must go to India. Now, my name is Taj Mahal Singh. I'm coming from the India. Okay, and now I will tell you about my country. Yes. Now, in Indian, yes, what is the word for burnt or burn or fire?
Yalta. Really?
Jalte,
Jalte.
jalte
Okay.
or jalte.
Okay.
Yes, some people pronounce the L, some don't. Yes, so now this is very important. We've just seen in Serbia in one side of the world, because many people have said Slavic, Macedonian, and all this is related to Hindi or Sanskrit. Yes,
Right.
so
Yes.
the thing is,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
why are these words similar? And why does it sound like Judah, who was known as a military force? Okay, in India, in India, this is about the First War of Independence, 1857. You can see this.
Yes.
Who were they fighting there? The British. Who was fighting the British? Who was the main war against? This
Wow.
is the first
Mm-hmm.
one.
The
Were they
Muslim
fighting
community in particular, the Muslim community.
what? And who did the British execute there, and what were they
Wow.
doing?
Hundreds of Islamic clerics were executed. Scores of mosques were defiled and madrasas unceremoniously shut down.
And this was around the 1850s, 1860s.
It even says here, clearly the British regarded Muslims as their arch enemies.
Whoa, what's going on here? You mean the Inquisition was still taking place in India in the 19th century?
Sounds like it.
Oh, oh, they're coming to India, and and me, and in India we having the problems with the British. You see, so they are attacking this Muslims. What was going on in the world at that time? Now let's have a look at the invention of modern Islam, especially in that part of the world. Yes, because the thing is, what is original Islam? We're going to have to go through it. Yes, and what do you call it? Yes, we will see here, what do you call it, that there is a man here, is a famous man, he's called Nana Utawi. He joined the Delhi College in 1844, and he studied with Mamluk Ali Nana Utawi, according to Asir Adrawi. Yes, so he's studying in the Delhi College. Yes, you can see this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now let's just go through a few of these things. So we've got we've got these Delhi colleges. Delhi is the capital of India, and these people are important because for example, Nana Utawi, he studied major books with Mamluk Ali, including Mantiq and philosophy, and few other books with Mufti Sadaruddin. According to anyway, it just goes on and on. All these important Muslims and things like this were studying at Delhi College in 1844. Yes, yeah. So the thing is, we're going to have a look at these things and who these people are and what these colleges are and institutions in India. And it's very worrying for modern Islam and the Islamists. If you're an Islamist, don't comment. Yes? So let's have a look at this. The Anglo-Arabic College, what do we know about this, Raphael? You could read it.
Right off the bat, it says was reorganized by the British East India Company in 1828. In addition to its original objectives in education in English language and literature.
Wait a minute. You mean they've just opened an Anglo-Arabic college here, the British? How do they know what is Arabic? Was it, are you trying to tell me?
Sounds like the Jesuit universities in Europe.
Sounds like Daddy's university.
Yes.
Daddy the Pope, Papa's universities, him and the boys. Wait a minute. Let's just think for a minute here now. Anglo-Arabic College in the 19th century, opened by the British. Raphael, imagine if I want to invade Gaza, like I'm called Israel, yeah. What do you think I'm going to do with their language over there? Am I going to invent my dictionaries, or will I let them have their own
You
dictionaries?
will open the Gaza yeshiva or something. I'm not sure how it would
Well,
be
of
called.
course I'm going to invent my own dictionaries. Do you think I'm called Israel? Do you think I'll let them have any freedom or anything? I've already blockaded the place for the last
Well, I
100
would
years.
put it in a different
Oh,
way. With
sorry,
the story you
sorry,
showed
sorry.
with Ben Eliza would mean that they already had invented
Oh,
their own
sorry.
script or
My
something.
name is
So,
Israel. I didn't blockade anything. I was just doing what Daddy commanded me to do. Yes. Sorry about that. Daddy will get upset if I try to take all the
all
all
the
the good
credit.
things for myself. If I try to build my own reputation, Daddy will say, "Get rid of him. He's acting too big-headed." Okay, now when the British invented India, the British didn't really rule India. There was the princes there and the principalities. So the principalities, many of them joined the British, many didn't. Yes, and the British were helping the principalities that joined the New World Order. Yes, those that joined the New World Order, they followed the objectives of the New World Order of how to organize humanity and how to manage them. Yes, so what happened was what do you call it in the 1830s? India's official language, what we know is that the people were speaking Persian, yeah, or Prussian, yes, which is Arabic anyway. There was no old Persian language. And what did they replace it with? Which language?
English.
Ah, of course, that's a great idea, my dear Sir Raphael. And so, what do you call it? When we say the British state and the East India Company, yes, we really mean the princes and all the principalities. Yes, the Muslim Qazis were replaced by judges. Yeah, of course, we'll find our Indians to do the job. So, what do you call it? Yeah, I've trained my people to now apply these laws. And where does it say Islam has a place here in India? Yes or no?
No place, according to this document.
What do you mean no place here?
Well,
You
it
mean
means
the
they
British
wanted
got
to
rid
get
of
rid of
Islam?
it, apparently.
You
They
mean they got rid of original Islam? So what did they replace it with? A new system of education was gradually set up. You see, and many of these schools were, almost all of them, were set up by Christian missionaries and their allies. Yes, whose hatred for Islam was well known. Yes, and what do you call it? Yes, and
I
the
like how
East
you're
Indian.
translating antipathy for hatred to make it simple. Yes.
Oh, come on. what do you what do you want me to use difficult words? Yeah, they use these difficult words on purpose, yeah, because they know they don't want you to understand things. Everyone knows why many of these writers and books they write history in difficult words because they don't really want you to understand, so that by the time you read it, you only understand half. Yes?
Yeah.
What do you call it? Yes. So what the British had done is that they made sure. Yes, they say the demand of English was increasing. It's because Raphael, imagine if I come to Germany and I take over the country, and then what do you call it? Yeah, nobody's going to get a job unless if they speak English. So of course, yes, the Muslim madrashas or mother Russias, yes, these schools, yes, started the demand started to go. Yes, English was declared the language of law courts in many places, and it slowly took over as the princes applied it. replacing Persian. Any princes who didn't obey, there was internal wars and many things going on. Yeah, that's why we see many cities in India blown up in the 1860s, 70s, 1870s, and 1880s. Yes, and so as the British or the princes joined the British, what does it say there in the middle of that? The government, yeah, the East India main, government, when it told the princes, what did they do?
All right, here it says the government stopped financial help for madrasa education in all levels after it declared English as the medium of instruction and recommendations from.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
Raphael. Wait a minute. Yeah, we read it before. Stopping means. Do you think it was like the modern day world when somebody's going to read this, they're going to think they stopped it, or does it mean go and get that um Bolstein person, chop his head off, chop his legs off. You know what I mean? What do you think they did?
Well, there is so many well-documented stories. I just seen a documentary about
Of
Australia or
what they
something,
really
and
did?
usually they are not very kind to people that keep speaking their language or, keeping to the old way that is not supported by the
Yeah.
colonials. So they are not
So
known to be very
yes,
soft, let's say.
yeah, so now we're on the next page. So what they did again is that the Muslim schools in the 1850s and 60s, they were doing everything to get rid of them in the villages. Yes, and what do you call it? Yes, what they did was a few of these Muslim schools they started to get money from the British and the princes. Yes, as long as they followed. For example, you can read, I've sent you the next page. It's called The Crisis Time in the 19th century. It says, but during this crisis period of the Muslims, Nawab Abdul Latif and raised the necessity of madrasa education and placed this demand before the British government. Yes, don't forget Nawabs and all these, they're from the principalities. Yes, for reformation, what does it say?
hmm For reformation of this education through the rational discussions held on the various seminars and symposiums in 1867.
Of course, we're going to say it's rational as long as you know
Sounds really good.
British like it. Yeah, and if anybody opposes it, they're being irrational. We're going to have to,
Yes, it's
chop
great.
his head off. Yeah, we're just going to have to shoot them and shoot their family. We'll have to send the army in to rape their wives and their daughters. Isn't that what the British and the French were doing? Nothing new here. Yes, that's all that's called, as long as they're going to be rational, that they're going to reform everything. Yes. That's a great idea, don't you think,
Yes,
Raphael?
it sounds pretty humanist to me.
Well, we're behaving humanly as long as we don't have to chop their heads off and rape their wives and daughters. Don't you think that's behaving humanly? They're going to be rational, don't you think so,
No, no,
Raphael?
I'm speaking of humanism, of the Firaun humanism.
That's
Yes.
called being human because we're what do you call it? Yes, we're giving them a chance to what do you call it? Obey God, the Pope. I mean, yes,
Yeah.
who's declared himself God. God, obey the Pope, or what do you call it? Get your heads chopped off. So it was just being rational. Yes. So the thing is, what did they do? What we call the All India government. What did they do? They it's I've sent you the next page. The government
Yes.
continued.
The government continued support for madrasa education on the plea from Abdul Latif, in spite of recommendation made by a section of Muslim leaders, including Syed Amir Ali and Syed Amir Hussein, for its discontinuance.
Yes. So now
So
the
they were
strange
not
thing is,
agreeing with each other.
yeah. So and these people, they're working for the British and the French. Yes. So the thing is, what they were doing, and the thing is, they tried to modify original Islam. But read the bottom line of that paragraph.
No progress of its reform was achieved. All
That's
right.
what they're telling us.
Yes.
Now, if we believe that, then it means that they have not modified original Islam. But what if they're telling lies?
Yeah, of course, this would be, yeah,
Yes,
logical to assume in this case, yes.
yes. So now the thing is, something happened that the major original system of education in the old world was closed down. When we look at India, we can understand Europe. The original system shut down, and then there was people who tried to make it survive, and they ran to the villages in the countryside, and they established madrasas to provide free education for the poor. That's what they
Hmm.
started doing. And this system started to grow big. In fact, it's so big in India. It's something that's very, very
But also in this case,
special.
how can we trust that also not this system was modified when they brought it back to the villages or supported it there?
Okay, now the thing is, so people are going to go through there. But the British arrived, and the French and the Spanish arrived a century earlier.
Hmm.
So far, many people, all these Islamists are going to say, David, the evidence isn't clear enough. Where is the evidence they modified anything? Okay, now, so these madrasas, they're telling everybody, this is the shock now. So now they're telling us the British are opposing these madrasas. They want to shut them down in the 1860s, 1870s. There's wars going on. Ah, who opened these madrasas in the first place? Oh.
Hmm. Hmm. So this could already
Ah,
have been a supplanted version, and then just the
now
British
they're
came
going to
again
tell you these
to
madrasas.
till the soil once again, but it's already been tilled
The
basically.
main thing is now they're going to tell you these Muslim schools have been there for centuries in that form
Right.
with
Hmm.
Prussian, Persian, Persian Arabic, which we find many of these books in Europe. What's going on here? Okay, now let's go back 100 years, Raphael. Okay, now let's have a look at this. 1781. What do the British open up? They open up, read it from the third line.
All right, they established the Kolkata Madrasa College, Aliyah Madrasa, in 1781. For
Wait,
mhm.
wait a minute. You're trying to tell me a Muslim madrasa, mother Rasha, Rasha means Rasul in Arabic, it means prophet, or Reich in German, Reichstag or the Frankreich in in France, or the Reich or mother Rasha. That's what it's from. Or in Arabic, it means the prophethood or the office of the prophet, the education that the prophet had. You're trying to tell me that Warren Hastings, my dear sirs, Warren Hastings of the British Empire, the Governor General, established the Calcutta Madrasa College in 1781. And why did he study it, Raphael? Continue, my dear sir.
It was for the study of Mohammedan law and such other sciences as were taught in Mohammedan schools.
Bingo! 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 You mean to tell me that the British have just opened up in Calcutta? Calcutta was basically the capital of India at that time. Do you know this?
I have heard similar things, I think. Hmm.
Yeah, in 18th century Bombay became the main trading center, but Calcutta was the main center. Yes, many people don't know this. It was like the East India Company was established there as well, and many other things. Now you're trying to tell me in the heart of India, it's right beside the River Ganges, not far from Varanasi, not far from East Bengal where the Muslims are. Yes, and the thing is, the British established their capital
Hmm.
there.
Hmm.
Yes, and the thing is, what do you call it? It was supposed to be only a village. That's what they're telling us, and many people say there's old classical
I
buildings there.
very recently saw pictures from Dubai from 1980, which you mentioned last time, and there is really nothing there. It was a fishing village. So it only took 40 years to
Of
completely,
course, I know.
yeah.
My name is Sheikh David, and I'm telling you, when you come to the Middle East after 100 years, I will tell you new lies, and I'm telling you, Dubai is 1,000 years old. Don't worry. When your grandchildren coming from the Germany to the Middle East, they believe anything. In Europe, people believe anything now, then believe new lies after. Anyway, don't worry. This is this is
Hmm.
a very good thing. I make a lot of money. Yes, from Toryism. Toryism is new religion. Yes, I make it the new religion in the future. Don't worry, I find the new religion. Yes, me crazy. Middle East people. Oh, me coming to Europe with my 10 children. If you Americans, you keep coming and attacking Syria, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Iran, bomba, boom, 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 Gaza, Afghanistan. You come kill me. I coming to your house to live and to party. I coming to Europe. Millions, millions of people coming. You don't want me to come? Don't attack me. Which idea is good?
Yeah.
Yes. So now let me tell you, Raphael. Yes. So the thing is, it's very strange. The history of Calcutta, many people have said that what do you call it doesn't make sense. That the British set up their capital there, and we had a look at Lucknow before, and other things. And the thing is, Calcutta. Many people pointed out that it looks like a ghost city in 1860. Yeah. Have you seen pictures of Calcutta?
No, not from that time.
Not from that time, not just Calcutta, but Delhi as well. The thing is, if these cities were established recently, then that means we've got to really think about humanity and how long have we been here. Like here is what do you call it, Jaipur, in India in 1875. It looks it looks like either it's new or the population is not so high compared to what we're told. 1860, when we look at the Jamia mosque in India, Jamia or Jamia mosque in India, it's like that place is either it's brand new or it's being refurbished or it's being modified and it looks half empty. Yes, and Calcutta also. And so now Calcutta is very suspicious. It looks like a very big European city, like you could say Paris or somewhere. It looks
Wow,
so
yeah, looks
beautiful.
impressive. Yeah, really.
Oh, yes, it's mega impressive. I've been there. I was like totally shocked, impressed, and I thought, hey, am I in Paris somewhere or in London? And that's what I thought. But with Indian people, and they're telling us the British founded the city. They built everything so fast, which and many people um, don't believe it. Yeah. And then so many of these cities look like ghost cities, and I've shown them before, like here is in Lucknow, and the thing is, this place is beautiful. I've been there, and the thing is, the buildings looked blown up. In many of the other places, in many other pictures, I mean. So the thing is, the history actually just doesn't make sense. Oh, some of the buildings that we see there in Lucknow in this last picture, to you maybe and other people, it maybe it looks Oriental, but I've seen similar buildings in Europe, by the way. Yes, similar buildings in Europe. So this is something that people will have to go through. Yes, and think who really built them, when, why. So now the thing is, we got a problem, and the thing is, what do you call it? You're telling me that that um, the British come to India and they are opening schools to teach Mohammedan law. They've just opened up the Calcutta Madrasa. It's one of the biggest. Is that what you're telling me?
That's what it says here.
At the end of the 18th century? Oh, it's well known. So now let's have a look at this. What do you call it? Yes, what do you call it? The Calcutta Madrasa, Aliyah Madrasa, or Ali or something. Yes, about it. It's one of the oldest modern style education institutes in Asia and the first in India. Wait a minute, it's the first educational institute set up by Warren Hastings. Yes? And what do you call it? They started giving out, what do you call it, titles for all these Muslim imams. Yes? Today, this university still exists and they give their seal of the Aliyah University. Yes? And what were they doing? They were giving out titles such as the Islamic College of Calcutta, Calcutta Madrasa, Calcutta Mohammedan College, Madrasa Aliyah, and of these Calcutta Mohammedan College. Yes? So the thing is, what do you call it? What were they teaching? In the 1820s, basically the main
hmm
classes started.
Initially, it taught natural philosophy, Arabic, Persian, theology and Islamic law, astronomy,
Wait
grammar.
a minute. Why
Hmm.
would they need to teach Arabic and Persian there if the people there already knew this Arabic and Persian because they're
Hmm.
already Muslim? Why would you? It's like this. Let me tell you, Raphael. If the Chinese are come to Austria and to Germany, and the Chinese open up a German language school and to teach Christianity, you think this is a true Christianity or this is fake?
It will probably be Chinese Christianity.
So you try to say Chinese Christianity is a fact. I don't like it. You come to China, I show you which one is the fake Christianity and which one is the true Christianity. You come here, I show you. You don't know. We talk about Taiwan. We have problem with Taiwan. You come here, I show you the problem.
I mean, the real first real problem, anyhow, is that they say that in 1780, this was more or less the very first school there at all, as if no one was there to have a school or something, or a college or whatever. Isn't that also
So now what
suspicious?
happened to the old world education system? So now
Yeah.
we've got a serious problem. Now the thing is the history doesn't make sense. These people are supposedly, they've been Muslims for centuries, and we can't even find a single Arabic education institution over there at all. But then what we find is that the British destroyed all the others and they've replaced it.
Yes.
Can't you see? They've
Yes.
closed every single thing down. They've blown up the whole country. Yes, that by the way, let me show you an example of what they actually did. Yes, I sent pictures last time of Lucknow. You remember? Yes,
Hmm.
that these cities like like look at this. You could see that's that place where I said I've been there, and these buildings. Look, something's wrong. That we could see the entire place looks blown up. Yes, and something it just doesn't make sense. 1860s, 70s. That the thing is, even the photographic evidence, and everything, and the place looks like a total joke. They've smashed everything up. So original Islam was there, and they're replacing it. Can you see what they're doing? They've just opened up. This is not a small institution. Yes, this what do you call it, madrasa that they opened up. From there, the British trained imams. Yes,
Hmm.
and they sent them throughout all of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, eastern Iran, Afghanistan, and Tajikistan, and to Uyghuristan, where the Chinese are over there.
Hmm.
Uyghurs. Yes, what they call Xinjiang province in English, and over in China they pronounce it Xinjiang.
Hmm.
Yes. The thing is, now we got a serious problem here. They've killed all the imams. They've burnt all these cities down. They've taken them over. Yes, they've refurbished them, and then they're saying we built everything ourselves.
Hmm.
And they're opening up all these Islamic schools and Islamic universities. Do you think they're preaching original Islam?
No, definitely not.
Why not, Raphael? Come on. Are you trying to
Because they
say,
wouldn't have tried to fight it, and whatever, kill people and
how
destroy
dare
things
you say
to
the
then teach the same
British?
thing. That's
Are
quite
you trying
unlikely.
to you are trying to make the implication that the great British Empire, my dear sir, was trying to cheat people. Is this what you're trying to say?
Not sure about cheat, but of course they would want
Are
to
you?
give
You
their
mean you're
their
going to
version of
try to take
philosophy, the version that is more suitable to their ambitions rather than
I
what was
think
there.
I think you sound like Nelson Mandela,
Oh,
and
really?
you are trying to take the people of the British to the International Court of Justice. Palestine shall be free. That's how Nelson Mandela used to talk. I'm joking. No, what I'm saying is, are you trying to say that my great country, the British, would do such things?
Yes.
What?
Well, the people in power, as always, as everywhere, the pharaonic
Oh,
supposed elite.
okay. Well, now the thing is, many Muslims won't like this. They opened up all these madrasas. As we saw in the Middle East, they put all these dictionaries there, history books, hadith books there. They did the same throughout India, Pakistan, Tajikistan, Afghanistan, Eastern Iran, Bangladesh. Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Uyghuristan, the entire region. They sent all these imams, they trained them, and they sent them everywhere. Yes? And what were they trying to do? So the thing is, the people knew an original Arabic. Yes? And the thing is, the language had, like what I've discovered, and many other linguists have discovered, is this that in the Middle Eastern languages that they've got, they don't speak Arabic at all, which is a lie. Yeah, in all their dialects, they've probably got half or less than half Arabic words from the Quran in their languages. Yes, a
Right.
similar thing can be found in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and those places, Iran, Tajikistan, Uyghuristan, they've got Arabic. Um, and the thing is, many scholars have found that European languages actually have more Arabic words there from the Quranic Old Arabic. So now the thing is, what we find is that this is totally suspicious. They've opened up these places. People, I'm just giving the basic. Now, of course, there's going to be Islamists here who are going to try to say, no, we've got the original Islam. Bullstein. Yes, the thing is, they can check how many people were educated and trained every year, how many people were graduated, where did the British finance them, where did they send them to in Western Iran, throughout Pakistan, throughout India, throughout Hyderabad, wherever you want to say, the Pakistan Hyderabad or the Hyderabad in India. Yes, the
Hmm.
Hyderabad in India was one of the principalities who was related to the Ottoman Sultan, the Sultan of Istanbul. So that shows you that the principalities, these families were related. That's another long story. Yes, that you can check that the British sent them from there. Also from the Bengal region, I'll have to go through it another time. The British were training Hindu pundits so that they can go out there and they can teach about Hare Rama, Hare Krishna.
Hmm.
You see? So they were doing the same things and they sent them to specific locations with the protection of these principalities. Yes, with agreements from these things. So what were they doing? I've just sent you the new page. So this Calcutta Madrasa, it was set up to, what was its aim and objective?
It was set up to promote the study of, again, Arabic, Persian, and Islamic law.
Wait a minute. If the people already knew half these
No,
Arabic
no, no.
words,
They didn't know
why
the
would they
proper
need
version
to
of
know?
Arabic, Persian, and they didn't know the proper Islamic law, I guess. At least not
Ah,
according to the
are you trying to
new
tell me?
colonials.
So you are trying to say, my dear sir, that the British and the French and the Europeans invented fake Arabic dictionaries so that when these people from Pakistan and from India and from Bangladesh, when they read these dictionaries, they will have a fake meaning for the Arabic Quran?
Yes,
Is this what
yes,
you're trying to say?
yes,
How
yes.
dare you? What an implication! How dare you say that? And what else? What else are they going to be teaching? What else are they
They're gonna
teaching?
be
In
teaching a wrong version or alterated version or maybe even inverted version, who knows, of whatever Islamic law there may have been before.
what you mean? You mean the British and the French and all these people? They invented the Sharia law. Is that what you're saying? How dare you? How dare you say this? Sheikh David don't like this. Sharia law it make money. People coming to the priests and the lawyers, then they paying me money. You trying to kill my business? You trying to say that the British is my master and the American is my master and the papa your you trying to say your daddy is my daddy? Is this
Yeah,
what you say?
I
You mean the
guess.
big daddy?
Yeah.
No, this cannot be possible. My book is ancient, 1,000 years old, 2,000 years old. Yes, you come here. Yes, I show you. Yes, my camel. I tell the camel to kill you. Oh, if the camel kill you, I don't know if him kill you. Oh, trying to tell me Sharia law is invented by the British, the French, and Vatican and the Europeans?
Yeah, looks like it, yeah.
What? Oh, don't worry, I don't follow Sharia law. I tell the people to follow it. I tell them this is in the name of Allah. You must follow this. This is old ancient book. This is the system of the Prophet Muhammad. I tell them give me a lot of money. You know this.
Yeah, I think
Don't
just
tell them
ask
anything.
ask the Saudi royal family, about double
You
standards.
destroy my business. I telling the American to come to find you. I send Israel to finish you. You understand? Israel love money. Me love money too. You see?
Yeah, it's
You
all a
understand?
big business, yes. Hmm.
Okay. So now, what do you call it? Yes. Who set up this this great Muslim or Islamic Sharia law and teaching this fake Arabic? What his name again? Mr. Warren who?
Warren Hastings.
Ah. And the thing is, but what them telling you in official British law? Whose idea was this?
So here it
Next
says,
page.
yes,
Responded to who?
he, of course, of course, officially he responded to a request from Muslim leaders.
Leaders? You're saying the princes. Leaders like me, Sheikh David, I wanting the money. So now it's because me want money, I requesting to you. Yes, make
Mhm.
make make these fake universities, Sharia law, Islamic history, fake history, everything. Tell them everything. You know that I then I can marry lots of women. I'm having this party, everything, wedding party every year. Me marry every year. Me marry Russian girl, German girl, Australia girl, Nigeria girl, Egyptian girl, or them belly dancing very good Egyptian girl. You know this, Raphael. You want belly dancing girl? Yes. Don't tell anybody anything. I send you belly dance girl from the Middle
Yeah,
East.
ballet dancing is great.
Oh, that's very good. Yes. So what do you call it? Yes. So it's the Muslim princes,
Yeah,
the
so they
leaders.
basically just made a request to the higher ups and said, look, we want to properly brainwash people here. We need more money, or we need an excuse
Yes,
to send everyone there, even who doesn't have money,
of
or we
course.
don't want to give money to. We just
We
send
need
them
to
to your
brainwash them. We must
university.
teach them this new Sharia law. We must teach them the fake translations and everything, you see. And we want this to be universal. Free education, same like you have the church schools in Europe.
Same like, yeah. I mean, even to today in many countries, there is universal free education. Now everyone can wonder why that is.
Ah, oh, shh. Don't telling anybody anything else. This is, secret. You and me. Yes.
And that's also
So now,
why the third world and for the developing countries, the most important thing is always to bring them the proper education.
yes, Sharia law. Yes, this is the way it should be. That them do anything, I beat them up. You see? Yes. In America, in Europe, you don't beat them up. You put them in prison, in jail. This is the same thing. I beat them up in one day. They don't make problem again. You keep them in jail 10 years.
Yeah,
You see,
it's more
I'm saving
expensive.
time.
Or it's a bigger
oh,
business, depends on how you see it, yes.
if you need money, don't worry. I send you more free oil. You understand? And you can sell this oil in your refinery and keep them in the jail. I don't need them talking about these, fake schools and the fake Sharia law. I need this fuck Sharia law, fake one. I need it. Yes, then I'm making big money. So now what's going on? Yes.
So now
Now, what
here we
else is
have
going on?
Jonathan Duncan, who in 1791 started the Sanskrit college at Benares to promote the study, oh how convenient, of Hindu laws and philosophy in Benares.
Many people, of course, they don't know where is Banaras. They must come to India, and when they come to India, I can tell you, Calcutta and Banaras is not very far away. Now, Varanasi, this is what we call it today. Yes, Varanasi. So Varanasi and Calcutta is along the river Ganges. Did you know this?
Not in detail actually, but
Varanasi.
Varanasi I had heard before.
Yes, you can come to Varanasi, people jumping into the river and jumping out. Same like the baptism.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what is the baptism in
Yes,
Christianity?
yes, no, I know, and I know that the people like to
This
jump in
is
the
very, very
Ganges.
good. Okay. So now what happened is that the British come and they open these college and universities and many schools and they are teaching Hindu, Sanskrit and law. They teaching the religion. You see, they teaching
Mm-hmm.
original Hindu, you think, or them is a big liar? What do you think?
Well, of course, again, a second answer, since it's again a British guy who's doing this.
You're trying to tell me the British invented my Indian history? Are you trying to tell me a big lie? My history is thousands of years old. The British know this.
Well, it's
They
very
opened the
the real
college.
problem is we don't know how long the history is, but it's very likely that whatever history we've been told has been forged by these guys.
Are you trying to tell me the British is a forgery? Yeah, the British will never do this. They're very kind. They rape people in India and they kill many people here.
Hmm.
Well, there you go, everybody. The British opened up the Hindu schools. They opened up the Muslim schools. They opened up the Christian schools. They opened up the English schools. Everything was a big joke, you see. And then when they did it, the thing is, they came out with the ideas, and the princes, yes, thought, hey, I'll tell you. For example, we've got Gaza today. There's 2 million people there. Whoever actually owns that land, or the prince from 100 years ago, yes, from the Ottoman Empire or before, we don't know who this family is. Now,
Right.
Israel has probably come along and told that prince, saying, hey, we can produce more from that land and you'll get more money and more returns.
Hmm.
Let us take over the management of that place.
Right. Hmm.
So, what happened is the British came along to the princes. If a place had too many people, kill them. If a place had too many people and there was the neighboring prince we don't like, let's frighten off the people as refugees so that they run to his lands.
Hmm.
If there was people that we can't control, yes, then what we will do is invent two, three, four, or five, six different systems. Don't forget, India is big like Europe.
It's even
It's a big
bigger, I think.
place.
No, it's huge.
Yeah, there's many people. So what they did was, so they started the Sanskrit College, and of course it was running by the 1820s, 30s, and that's when we started seeing the first, many of the first few Indians who started speaking Sanskrit, or nobody ever spoke Sanskrit ever before. Now, the thing is, many people are going to turn around and think that they'll understand these things. But the thing is, to go through some of these things, people will have to actually read my books or the books of Professor Anatoly Fomenko. My books have made them easier compared to Professor Anatoly Fomenko's. Like, as you've seen how I joke, it's like I do these things to make things easier. Like you'll find what they did in China in the book Tada City, a bit more what they've done in India and the forgeries. It's just a joke how they invented the history, invented the religion. Now, the thing is, I'm sorry to the Islamists and the Hinduists. The thing is, the British invented modern Hinduism and modern Islam. Yes. Let me just show you something which is a shame. It's actually sad. Yes. And the thing is, yeah, it's very sad that I'd just like to show you something that the thing is, unfortunately, what we're actually seeing in India is scenes like this, which is actually they're from the same people, same grandfathers, and in Europe, yeah, we've got the same things. White people who are Muslims, white people who are Jews, white people who are Christians, and they've given you some fake history. Your ancestor was a Jew, your ancestor was a Muslim, your ancestor was a Christian, this, that. And the thing is that people are just attacking each other, which is just the same. Yes. And the thing is, over there, I've sent you a picture. The thing is showing, Muslims getting angry in India. And then the other thing is, in India, it's very regular that the Hindus get angry. And the
Right.
thing is, and
And this is even encouraged,
the
from
thing
what I
is,
understand. This animosity between religions is encouraged even by the current government, or encouraged, is being instrumentalized, let's say, from what I can see.
yeah, it's very sad. The thing is, we can see the thing is, that it's a joke. So now the thing is, we are going to have to find what was the original language that we can find. There was a global language. I don't call it Arabic. I call it the language of the Arabi. Yes, and the
Hmm.
thing is, like it's actually very sad in India. You'll find like, let's say if you go to a Muslim majority side, we'll hear that Indian women who say they get raped and things like this. I mean, it's actually very sad. It breaks my heart when I hear these type of stories, that I can't believe that people are doing these things. We and the thing is, that's Hindus who are getting attacked, and what do you call it? Yes, we even see what do you call it? Hindus that go around, burning Muslims alive or burning Christians alive, and things like this. So the thing is, we've really got to get to the bottom of what is the original religion and what is going on. Yes, the thing is, it just isn't nice at all. Yes, and the thing is, unfortunately, sometimes I do speak in a way that sounds strong, is because there's thousands of people are dying, they're getting hurt, people damage property, we're wasting time on useless religions and things like this. Yes, so the thing is, and a lot of it has been invented. I mean, nobody can answer to me. Yes, if I stopped Muslims and said, explain this to me, please. What the hell is going on here? The British invented this thing and that thing. The thing is, they'll try and ignore it. Yeah,
Mm.
but let's go deeper because of course, many of these Muslims are going to be septic Islamists. They're not going to want to believe it, unfortunately, or the Hindus, unfortunately. Yeah, the same rule applies for Jewish people. I can go through the history of the invention of Jewish schools in
You
Hungary,
think the
in
Christians will
Poland.
be happy when they hear the stories you're telling?
Uh, well, the thing is, we've all got to face up to the reality. Yes, it looks like there was a different global system 200 years ago. Something happened 200 years ago. Yes, I've explained a lot of this in my book, The Mud Flood. If anybody reads it, then they will understand that something is seriously wrong with world history. If you haven't read it, you won't understand the background of what is exactly wrong. Yes, so there is something totally wrong, and they're totally lying. That if you just even see in modern history, they've modified it. It's in my book, the matrix codes and the alpha and the omega codes. That you actually have to look at this for a minute, and then you'll see that they've invented history. Now, the reason why history bothers me, I don't like it that people are dying because of religion and politics. Something that I don't like, and I don't want such things to continue. Yes, and these things are what do you call it? Very very sad. Yes.
Indeed.
So the thing is, so now we've got the main points going back to India. We've got the main points here that what do you call it? Yes, the British are promoting two religions that we can see here, as well as Christianity and Indian Jews and Indian Baha'i and the Indian Parsis. So in around the same time, the dates are of course bogus because they weren't up and running until the 1820s or around then. So we can see they've just got them building construction and they were small, growing bigger, and then they became professional by the 1820s. We got the Muslim University, the main one, set up by the British. The Muslims were the first that the British opened. Then they thought we've got to open something in competition to them, Hinduism. So they've just opened that up. And this is for the entire region. We're not just talking India, it's for Pakistan and for Afghanistan and for Eastern Iran, Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, the entire region. Yeah, so this is not a game. They've destroyed the original madrasas. We can see they've blown up the cities. Yeah, you can see I've sent you examples that, and the cities look like ghost cities. There's something wrong. There's something wrong. It's clear that there's something wrong, and then they're just replacing these things with their own thing. Yeah. So what do you call it? Yes, and just to make it clear that they controlled the university. It was the oldest first state-funded educational institution in India. Yeah,
Hmm.
that what do you call it? And from the beginning, it was understood. What do they say?
It was understood that the school would teach a traditional madrasa curriculum, although the
You're
intent
trying
was
to
to
tell
equip
me?
Muslims to serve in the Indian civil service. That's also an
Ah,
interesting
oh,
idea.
you're trying to tell me that this is a lie. This is not real traditional madrasa. Come on.
Hmm.
The British will never do this.
Well, it
This
was the
must be
new
the
type of
traditional.
traditional to make sure you also fit into the civil
You
service
try,
and become a useful
are you
workforce, you
trying
know?
to say that Sharia law is not the original?
Well, I think that's established by now, even from what you had said
Established by
earlier.
who? The British?
Yeah, well, in this case, established by the British, yes.
Ah, well, the Muslims won't believe it. Okay. So what do you call it? Yes. So what they did was they trained all these imams, yes, or priests, the Muslim priests. Yes. They're training everybody there. Yes. The British, French, the Spanish, and all the rest of them there, the Dutch East India Company. And what do you call it? They were giving out certificates and everything. Yes. And they were doing the same thing, yes. What do you call it, for the Sanskrit college, and these things were for the important sign of the what? The bottom paragraph.
Orientalist policy.
You're trying to tell me the British come here and everything is a lie? Is this what you're trying to tell me? You telling
Mm,
me this is the policy of the British against the Indian people?
yeah, mm-hmm.
Damn. Oh, teary me. I don't know what to do anymore. Okay, now. So now the thing is, what do you call it? Yes, let's have a look what these certificates were and everything. Now the thing is, many European Indians, European or American Pakistanis or American Bangladeshis, they won't believe these things. Many of their imams or imams in their mosque are actually coming from that side of the world, or they're trained in Egypt. Yes. So what do you call it? They have something called Dars-e-Nizami. Darsi-Nizami or Nizami is a study. Nizami, this sounds Japanese, but it's not. Nizamiya. Dars-e-Nizami or Nizami. Yes, is a study curriculum or system used in many Islamic institutions and Darul Ulooms, which originated from where?
In the Indian subcontinent in the 18th
Ah,
century.
in the 18th century. And the British got rid of all the original madrasas and killed all the imams. So who do you think set up this modern system of Dar Ulums and Dari Nizami, which is coming from India?
Well, the British, obviously, and whoever the
Oh,
colonials
come
were.
on. Are you trying to tell me it's all a scam? You're
It
trying to
looks
tell me
like it.
Sharia law and all these dictionaries and the prayer systems and how they're praying, these Muslims. You're trying to tell me it's all fake and it's a scam?
Well, the issue is we cannot say if it is all fake because we don't know if there are maybe
Oh, well,
small parts maybe that may be similar, but we cannot
okay,
be sure.
let's ask Sheikh David from Saudi Arabia. Just wait a minute. Let's ask him. Of course. This is me, Sheikh David again. Of course, the British. We work with them. We work with the Americans. The American is our friend. Yes, they give us money. We like the dollars. You see,
Hmm.
my daughter's studying in New York. Don't
Yeah,
you
yeah,
understand?
I'm sure your daughter's studying in New York.
Oh, my daughter, she lives in a $5 million apartment in New York. Our family is so proud. You see? Yes.
Right.
Don't worry about this thing. This is only one apartment. I keep the other apartment for all my wives, and I have it in Singapore, another apartment. Or in London, I have apartment before $20 million. I sell it now. You see, it's no good. This apartment, no good. Yes, I don't like it. It's too cold in London. My daughter in New York, she don't like it's too cold. I like Singapore. It's warm. The girls in the beach. Yeah, me like bikini. No, no, no. Me is the priest. I'm the sheikh. I cannot say this. Me is like the Sharia law. Me like the girls wearing all the other clothes. Yes. Okay, now let's have a go. So, so now you're trying to tell me everything is fake. I can't believe this. Don't tell anybody. Okay, this must stay quiet. Yes, it must be silent. Silent. Nobody can know about this thing. If my
Because
bank
it's
closes, I having a
as
big
you had
problem.
said before, it's not only the huge business of religion, but the huge business of tourism. It's
Everything. My
amazing.
books.
Yes.
My books. Nobody buy my books. I printing the books in London and in New York. People think them British books translation. There is many people studying Islam in Europe, America. I want many converts. I want them all to come and follow the Sharia law. Yeah, I don't care if they follow. They must buy the books. All this tourism. You see? Okay,
Hmm.
now. So now let's have a look at what this British system is that they established. Dars in Nizami or whatever. Yeah, that's basically throughout the madrasas, as the British trained the imams, and they set up this certification system. Yes, in the 18th century, which started off there, which is found amongst the Pakistan and the Indian and the Bangladesh community. That's in South Africa, Canada, United States, and other places. So the curriculum, what did they teach? Arabic
So,
language.
yes, there's Arabic
Yes, what did
language,
they
which
teach?
already is great, of course, because you can teach him
And
a new
they're
language.
teaching what, but this is important. They're
Yes.
teaching the grammar, the
Mm-hmm.
vocabulary, and the syntax. They're providing the pronunciation. They've invented the pronunciation. So then what they do is the recitation, or what they call it, tajweed, yes, the pronunciation, and then the meanings, which is provided by what they call tafsir, yes, and things like this, and the hadith sciences, or the Islamic history. Oh, Sheikh David speaking now. The British put the hadith books in Egypt. They are in Egypt raping girls, drinking, and building ancient Egypt, building the pyramids and all this lie, them doing many crazy things, and they put these books there. Then in India and these other countries, the British and the French, they're teaching the same hadith books. Ah, do you see what is going on?
Mm-hmm.
The British wrote these hadith books and they put them in
Yeah,
Egypt.
and they
Then
teach
they
him how
opened
to
the schools
interpret them. Yes, it makes
in the
sense.
other side of the world. Do you see? In Calcutta, teaching them, hey, the ancient books are over there in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
You see? And then they're teaching the Sharia law from the Hadith books. You see? And then people started believing this new history, yes, according to the Islamic prophet Muhammad, whereas they've invented these books
Right.
themselves. Yes, and then they're teaching how to apply this Islamic law, which is known as Sharia law. Yes, and then they invented the fake history or jurisprudence and things like this, and the foundations and everything, and the schools of thought, everything. They invented it all in many countries.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dearie me. You're telling me Sheikh David will have no customers anymore? I don't like this. I think we need to make a new religion. Maybe
Sure.
Israel is a good partner. Yeah, if they come to attack me, Israel will kill them. Don't they know Israel have many bombs? If Israel comes, this is not Israel. This is America. Them bringing many bombs. You see? Yes.
Mm.
So now, so there's going to be people who won't look at the details and things. But let's have a look. Darzi Nizami system was developed by who? The last paragraph.
It says by Nizamuddin Sialivi. No idea how to pronounce it. But then again,
And he
who
was
would
from
know how
who?
to properly pronounce it if we know that it
Yeah,
was anyhow invented by the British? Anyhow,
yeah.
from the
He was from
Firangi. Maha.
what? What? What
Mm-hmm.
did you just say?
Yeah, yeah, Firangi sounds like Firan. Firangi.
You
Mm-hmm.
wait a minute. Wait a You should know this clearly. This is from, and he was from the Firangi Mahal Ulama Scholars Group. I will give an example. If anybody knows a little Sanskrit or Hindi or Urdu or what they call Prussian or Persian, Firangi just means the Ferengi. Yes, it means the foreigner, the French.
Mm-hmm.
Mahal is like the Taj Mahal. Yes, a building. Ulama just means group, Islamic scholars. He was from the foreign Muslim scholars, and they named it Darzi Nizami after him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Who the hell are they? The Firangi Muslims. Aha, let's have a look who the Firangi Muslims are. Now they've set up the entire system for the Darul Uloom and the madrasas.